Hey, Michelle, good morning.
Hi, Rachel. Thanks for having me on.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here. So anyway, you guys, my name is Rachel Gershowitz. I know we have a brand new team. We're pretty brand new ourselves, and this is Michelle Marie Johansson. And
Right.
we have been the best of friends for well over 20 years, and we're so excited to be doing this together. So we just wanted to share a couple of tips with you guys this morning. So Michelle's going to ask me some questions. I'm going to try to answer the best of that I can, and hopefully we'll be able to add some value to your day.
Sounds great. So I was just thinking about how much I love this system and how easy it is. All this cutting and pasting from boards, giving us all the answers, not really having to think, and how important it is to be duplicatable and keep following that system. One of the things I'm having a little trouble with is, I am checking in with people once a week, no matter what. Every Monday they get a how's it going? And no matter what their answer is, I'm their cheerleader, biggest cheerleader they got. I'm also encouraging them to drink more water or whatever, add some other supplements if they think of that. So I'm taking the time once a week to build a little bit more rapport and relationship. I am having a little trouble transitioning those conversations to becoming a client or a brand partner. How do you do it?
Okay, yeah, that's a really good question. And so, really, when you're in your first month of business, our only job is to follow the system of growth, right? We make our two posts a day, we share them over to Telegram, we comment on the five or six above with six or more words, and then we go back to our post and we reply to everybody that commented on those posts. I just want to start with that because I've
Impressed.
noticed that we have some people that are scheduling out their posts, but I go and I check and they aren't really getting that many comments. And that is because they are missing some steps. So you guys, just because you're scheduling your posts, the whole point of the system is boosting the posts so it changes your algorithm and it gets out to people that have not seen you on Facebook, even if you're posting for maybe 10 years. And
Yeah.
so that's what's so cool about it. So you don't want to skip any steps. And it literally takes 15 minutes 2 times a day. So you're going to share, you schedule your post, you're going to go grab the link, you're going to share it to Telegram, put it in one thread, comment above, then put it in the next thread, comment above, then put it in the third and comment above. I used to go paste, 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 and then go do all the work. But then I noticed it's the same people. And so you don't get as many comments. So you want to kind of do the work first and then move over to the next one. I think that's definitely a really good tip if you want about 15 comments. Otherwise, you might have the same people. They're not going to comment on your post twice. So
Right.
don't skip those steps. And also don't skip the step of replying back to everybody who comments on your thread, because that's what creates the frenzy. And Facebook loves interaction, and they're going to send your post out to
Yeah.
everybody. And so that's when you're going to start getting private messages going, what are these drops? I've never been a part of a business where people have come to me the way that they're coming to me. I
Exactly.
usually have to dig through a hundreds list or a thousands list and message
Yeah.
people all day long, right?
Mhm.
That kind of feels yucky. But with this, we don't have to do that. We just have to
Right.
do what we're supposed to do, right? And then people come to us. And that is
Yes.
the coolest thing ever. And so in the first month of business, all we're doing is we're basically selling boxes for 167. Okay. So whether you start with four, whether you start with 10, or whether you start with 30, the goal in the first month is you're selling boxes. So then the follow-up starts the second you sell the box. So you sell the box, they send you the Venmo. I always send the message that has the healthy food group on Facebook. And then there's
Mhm.
another group on Facebook as well that I add them to, so that they are constantly being dripped on with information that is not from me. Okay. You want to get them into those Facebook groups so that they are immersed in our company and our products, right? And more than just the drops in those groups, which is really, really cool. And the healthy food, it really helps them with the diet side of things, right? Which is definitely not my forte. Michelle and I were just talking about that. So, of course, like Michelle said, you want to check in with people once a week. Hey, how are you feeling? Are you feeling incredible? How is your energy? So you almost want to ask specific questions because not everybody is going to lose weight in their first week or their first month or their second month or their third month. It will eventually start coming off, but we are all kind of messed up in different ways, and the drops are homeopathic. So they actually can take some time to get your body into homeostasis, and then your body feels safe enough to start letting go of the weight. So you want to ask questions like, how is your energy this week? How are you sleeping this week? How is your mood this week? Things like that, things that are kind of intangibles that they're feeling versus what they're seeing on the scale. Okay, because we don't want to focus so much on the weight. We just want to keep encouraging them to take their drops, because it could take 90 days. So we check in with them once a week, asking specific questions like that. Right around week 3, we ask them, so are you ready for your next box? Period. That's all you say. Let them respond. They're going to say, not yet, maybe in a week. I write their name down. I check back in with them a week and I ask exactly the same question. Are you ready for your next box? So if they say yes, then I say, okay, would you like to purchase another one from me at 167, or would you like to open up your own account to save? And I leave it at that. I let them respond. If they say, I would like to open up my own account to save, what does that mean? I'll say, well, there are 2 options. There's a 15% off option and there's a 30% off option. The 15% means that all you have to do is sign up as a customer. It costs nothing to do that. All you have to do is put whatever product that you're going to order on subscription, and it'll automatically give you 15% off. You can change and edit or cancel at any time. And that's a customer. And if you'd like to be a brand partner and save 30% off, most people come on with a minimum of 4 boxes. Some add some extra products as well. A lot of people like to convert what they're already using in their supplements to the products that we have over in this company because they're incredible. And you'll save 30% off. The only requirement is 100 points a month. Which sounds good to you? And they're
30% off. Give me the big one.
Yeah, and then I let them answer because most people are in vitamins. So let's start talking to people more about converting what they're already using into the partner co. Yeah, we're introducing them through the drops, but you guys, when you're going into follow-up and they're ready to open up their own account, ask them questions. Do you take vitamins? Do you take minerals? Do you take omegas? Do you take vitamin D? Do you take magnesium? What do you take?
Mhm.
Okay, well, let's talk about what the products are in this company that are equivalent to that. Chances are you're going to save money because you're getting 30% off, and they're way high quality. Most of them are in the PDR, which is really, really cool.
Mhm. Yeah. Thank you, Rachel. That was awesome explanation on all of that. What do you do when a customer, a friend, tells you, I really want to try these jobs. I really do, but I don't have the money.
Okay, well, that's a great question. So I've kind of been experimenting with that a little bit. So I had a woman this morning that said that she would love to try the drops, but she can't afford it. So I said, well, would you be willing to make a couple of posts this week and earn your drops? If you sell 3, you'll get 1 for free. She goes, oh my God, I would love to. How does that work? So the first thing I have to ask her is your Facebook all set to public? And are you on the professional dashboard? So she looks at her phone and she says, no. So how do we explain to her how to do that? Go to ChatGPT and say, how do we make our Facebook professional dashboard? He gives you the answer, you copy and paste, and you send it to them. And so she goes on there and she does it, responds. I never even got on the phone with this woman. She comes right back. She goes, okay, I did it. And I say, okay, so here's your first post. So I send her the first post, day 1 post that's in our boards. Okay. I said, I want you to post this and schedule it for tomorrow morning. She was Central Time. So I said 7:55 a.m. Okay. And so you're going to post it, you're going to hit next, and then you're going to schedule it to the time. And then you have to backspace in order to hit schedule. And she goes, well, I don't see next. I said, okay, so it did not, your professional dashboard didn't update. Turn your phone off, turn it on, and boom, there it is. Okay. So she scheduled her first post. I said, let me know when you're done. She sends me a text. I'm done. Okay, here's your second post. It's for 1:55 p.m. Central tomorrow. Here you go. She goes, okay, done. I said, okay, awesome. So, around 15 minutes after each hour, so after your 8 a.m. hour and after your 1 p.m. hour, right, Central Time, whatever that is, I want you to go and check that post. You're going to see a bunch of comments. All I want you to do is respond to each comment. Okay. If anybody says, give me more details, you're going to say, I will send you a private message. And then this is the message that you're going to send them. And then you're going to let me know. And if somebody sends you a private message and say, what are the drops? You send them that message and then you let me know. And then tomorrow I'm going to send you your day two posts. And she's like, awesome. And I said, and we'll do this until we get your 3 boxes sold. And so
Perfect.
what I would do is I would then talk to her. So how do you feel about the process? This is how we work the business. Are you at all interested in the income side of things? And she would say, yes. So then we go from there, right? We're going to sign her up with a 4 pack or talk to her about the options. Definitely always present the 4, the 10, the 30 to see what works best for her. Maybe things might change now that she has the vision. And you kind of just go from there.
Okay, so just to reiterate a couple things, because I want to make sure everybody got this. You do not have to make money to be a brand partner. You can get the 30% off, be a brand partner slash client.
Right.
Yes,
As long
that's
as they're willing to do the 100 points. And as long as they're willing to come on board with over 200 points, I usually just, as long as they come on with a 4 pack.
okay. And then the other thing I want to reiterate, don't forget that whenever you're going back and making responses in your Facebook thread to people who have made comments, at that time, make sure you're not cutting and pasting an answer. Make sure you're authentically answering those questions with at least 5 words, and everyone's different because Facebook police will not like that.
True, true story. I've tried it and they freeze your account. They go, you can come back on in 3 hours. I'm like, wait, I was working.
Yeah.
That's a very good tip.
All right. Well, thank you
Yeah.
so much. These are the things I think people are struggling with when they first start their business. I think this is a great training for us to share with everybody.
Yes, yes, super exciting. And then, in the Boards app, there's an answer for everything. So just dig through it, get familiar with it. And even like yesterday, I went through and sent that one message that basically for people who have not said yes yet, but they haven't said no. So I just go through Messenger and I just go through because I know who those people are. They're people that I don't, talk with on a regular basis. And I just paste that message, paste it, paste it, paste it, paste it, paste it. I wake up this morning and I have all these messages. So,
Yes.
yeah, so it's pretty exciting, and you really just don't want to be super smart. You just want to just follow the system.
Yeah. Great. Well, thank you so much. And everybody, good luck. You can do this business. And whenever you feel any kind of doubt, I want you to go look in the mirror and see what color your eyes are. You know what color they are. Mine are blue. And I want you to look at yourself in the mirror and say, if I do this every day for 1 year, I'm going to have a 6-figure income. So don't get in your own way. That
I
is as
believe it.
true as your eye color.
I
Eye
believe
type.
it. All right, you guys have a great day.